how does the Israel and Gaza war affect our schools? And I want to start with, our lane is about helping to ensure that our schools stay safe. And so we're not the experts on the conflict itself, and I know that it is a complicated and nuanced issue, and there's of course a long history that exists there. And so I want to just sort of name that we're going to in one case, we're going to do our best to try to give you a tool to forecast where this could go. But otherwise, our focus on today's call, our focus for the next days, weeks, and months is about how we keep our schools safe regardless of where we are in the world, assuming we're not in an affected country. Be focused on the layers of Swiss cheese that we have available to us. So we need to make sure that our security strategy exists and that it's a layer, right? We do not need to make it impervious to threat. And I know that we come back to that kind of phraseology, right? It's critical that each layer is treated as just one layer. What we want to do is we want to make sure that we have multiple layers in place and that each of those layers can fail, right? That's part of why we use this analogy, because each layer is imperfect. But by layering multiple layers together, we have a much, much greater chance of managing the incident, whatever it might be, or in some cases even preparing for or preventing the incident, whatever it might be.
As a measurement for our Joffe staff is every 15 minutes, a staff member standing in one spot should be able to see you. So that might be changing the routes, that could be adding security for a couple days, that could just be thoughtful about, I am seeing this person who is here to keep our school community safe. And so whether it's the back to basics of making sure folks are where they are supposed to be or usually are, or increasing that heightened awareness adds that layer of safety, along with reiterating to your community, your visitor management policy. We always say, if you see something, say something, right? Perhaps it's like an airport slogan, even more than schools, but we all know that. But I think what that slogan kind of misses is say something to who and how and about what. And so these three pieces together often end up coming back, again, the back to basics, but being the ones we default to that schools are asking about for three of the really important layers of safety. Often what kids are going to ask about they may ask something that you recognize as an adult is a misunderstanding, right? So sometimes it's just fact-based. They may not understand what's going on, and so they're asking for context. They may have listened in to multiple adults talking and tried to pick up and understand what adults were saying, or through media, TV, social media. And so these are the different aspects to start to listen to how kids will start the conversation. And oftentimes just meeting them where they're at is the best way.
Brene Brown has this expression that we have ever so kindly borrowed. And it's, in the absence of data, we all make up stories. And what we do is we add to that, start dialogue. But what we believe as an organization is that these questions exist already. Is my child safe? Am I safe as a faculty member when I come to school? Is my school thinking about this? Is my school prepared to respond to this? Is my school going to be affected by this, et cetera, right? I don't have to list the questions. You know them because you might have even thought of them. And so our basic belief is that it's better to communicate, and communicate clearly and consistently.